of our modern day as it relates to economics, right? And just trying to get people off of the plantation, the economic plantation, if you will, where you're kind of in this rat race, right? And even if you're not in a rat race, just mentally, right? Renewing your mind about how you look at money. I know for me, I've had to renew my mind. And so I just want to thank you so much for being on tonight. I guess I have some questions for you. Okay. So I was
Before you ask your questions, I just want to say, thanks so much for having me on. And you and your sister are like, thunder and lightning. You guys are just, you're a breath of fresh air. Always very, very professional. Have a heart for people. The way you pour into people, not only from a ministry standpoint, it takes a lot to take on that responsibility. And for you guys to, still find a way to be in, handle multiple chaotic situations by staying focused on the main thing. This is great. So I just want to say I'm super proud to lock arms with you and Dr. Jewel, and it's an honor to be here.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so my question for you is, how did you even get started? Like, so how long have you been in this whole crypto space, and how did you get started? This had to be 4 years ago.
It's crazy. I just had lunch with a buddy of mine, actually known since the third grade. Went to St. Cecilia with him. And I ran into him at Somerset Mall back in 2013. And a lot of my friends call me Mike. He's like, Mike, man, you need to buy some Ethereum. I said, what's that? He said, well, you heard of Bitcoin, right? He said, yeah. He said, you want to get on this Ethereum stuff. And I didn't think anything of it. So as time progressed, right around 2015, 2015 is when I decided to jump into this whole financial game. And that's when I was really started to dive down the rabbit hole. I really got serious about crypto, I would say probably more like 2017 though. But it's funny because that same gentleman I was telling you about, at one point, this guy had 20,000 Ethereum coins.
Wow.
He got it the day it came out. 20,000. It's crazy. It's a good friend of mine. I was telling Dr. Drew, he opened his own crypto bank also. So he's incredible. I mean, I had lunch with him. He's a true visionary. And, just having those type of people to make you stretch is just incredible. So
what island is he on that he owns right now, right?
He's still in Detroit, but he's talking about buying a place. He's talking about buying a ranch in Montana. And also he was looking to move to Switzerland. So he's a pretty smart cat. I'm just super proud of him. But when I went down that rabbit hole of learning, I first got involved with our particular platform December 1st, 2015. And I was just like, I've always had other businesses, and I've been successful in network marketing. I made tons of money, doing that. And my wife, Miss Tamara Young, she's she's always been very, very successful since the day I knew her. She had her own PR firm and had multi-million-dollar clients. I mean, so we've already, people always looked at us as that go-to type couple, but I didn't have time to spend the money that I made. It's like I was working from dark 30 to dark 30, from ain't to faint. And I said, I got to find something that allowed me to get my time back, because even though I was making money, it was taking too much of my time, and I wanted to work smarter instead of harder. And anybody who knows me, my motto is, let's show you how to work smarter instead of harder. So when I got a call to look at this particular platform, it's funny how I got started in this company, because the owner called me in Italy when this was just a thought in his mind. He says, Lawrence, he called me from the Amalfi Coast. He said, Lawrence, I'm thinking about starting a company, man. I want you to be my VP of the company. And I didn't know anything about trading. He knew I knew network marketing, but I didn't know anything about trading. And I'm never the type of person to just do stuff for money. I said it just wasn't a good fit for me, because I'd have felt kind of like a fraud because I didn't know what I was talking about. You know what I mean? So time passed. And then 2015, when I got the call from a good friend of mine, he says, listen, have you heard about the changes with IM Markets Live at the time? And I said, well, I knew about the company. I said, they had some, charged a little bit too much at the time. I said, it would never be something that's duplicatable. And, he said, well, just take a look at some of the new changes. And at the time, I just said to myself, I got to find something to give me my time back. So I looked at the quick video. At the time, we only had one product, and the CEO was the only person teaching. But I kind of caught the vision. I said, man, if this can work, this could be something, you know what I mean? Because it was a new segment in relationship marketing, because, you got a lot of the health product companies, travel companies, legal companies, and no knock on those type of businesses, but that just became an old business model. You know what I mean? And I thought this was more like forward thinking and something new. And it was a breath of fresh air, even though it was something that was uncharted territory for me. I said I was willing to go. I was willing to go in that door. And most of us are afraid to go into that door, because we are the fear of the unknown. And I said, what's the worst that could happen is I just end up where I already am. So I'm glad I made that decision, and hence got a chance to learn. And I became more focused on cryptocurrency really after a real long conversation I had with Curtis Cobain Branch. He really broke down Ethereum to a point that I never heard anybody discuss it. And that's when I really went like dropping 6 figures on it. You know what I mean? So, I'm like, when I say I'm in, I'm like all in, like all my chips. Yeah, all my chips.
It's the numbers for me.
I put all my chips to the middle of the table, you know what I mean? And
yeah,
here I am today. So I'm super excited about the future and educating more people about what we're doing, because people will let a high ignorance level for something really keep them from being successful. You know what I mean? By not getting the right questions answered, because you might go all these years thinking one thing, and then once you dive down the rabbit hole, you're like, man, this is totally different than what I thought. That's why it's so important when people offer you information, just look at it.
Just look at it.
For you, it's better to know than not to know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm glad I took a look at this, and this changed my life. I was able to retire and years back, and now me and Tamara, we wake up, we tired of sleeping. She waking up.
She wake up what now?
I got massage therapists at the house every day, help giving her massages, and then now I get to spend all my time chasing her around the house. Now maybe she might let me catch her a few times.
Oh,
I love it.
Listen, talk about visionaries. I gotta do the proper intro. Well, this young lady on the screen right here, getting younger by the second. My God, the one and the only Dr.
The braids too,
right? I mean, you guys. I'm just honored to be on here with you guys, because seriously, you're such visionaries. Now, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, like it's in the news every day, right? Like we see that. But back then, I know it had to be people looking at you kind of side eye. I'm not gonna lie, I was one of them looking at Jewel kind of like, I hear you, Jewel, but but I just want to hear from you, Jewel. So proud of you. I mean, literally, you've been just tearing up this cryptocurrency space. You literally are the modern day Harriet Tubman. Lawrence, our mom does Harriet Tubman impersonations.
Oh my God, I love
that. and Jewel and I always say we're like the modern day Harriet. Like, man, it's a different way. Like, hear me out, bro. Let's go north. You do not have to stay here on the plantation. You do not have to stay here in this rat race of trying to figure it out, robbing Peter to then pay Paul, and you rob Paul to pay Saul. Look, you just can't keep up, right? You cannot keep up. Finance is a hot mess. And so, Jewel, I just want to give the floor to you. So proud of you. You are such an amazing leader. I adore you. You are my sister, my best friend. But more important, you're just awesome. Like, you guys see her. This is how she is with everybody. I don't even know how you do it. I really don't.
But, girl, you should have been at the house today. Oh. When I tell you, Lawrence, it was probably the busiest ever. And Sissy, I have to tell you, Janetta's not just my sister, but she's actually my biological sister. We have both the same mommy and the daddy, and we were raised together in Detroit.
Hey. In Detroit, come on.
Let's go. West Side. I'm actually watching, what is it, BMF right now?
Yeah, it's funny how the story has a lot of the Detroit nuances in it.
Oh, is it White Boy Rick on there? White Boy Rick?
Well, no, that's another show.
Oh, that's the other one. Okay, go ahead.
My daughter called. She goes, Cyrene goes, Mom, did you know Big Meech? I said, no, I didn't know him. But anyway, I knew some other ones.
I'm sure y'all cross paths.
But seriously though, Janetta, this space has changed our lives. It's changed my life. It's changed Lauren's life. It's changed my sister's life. My husband is literally downstairs right now. Your brother Ben doing a trade house with about 10 people. Auntie Jeannie, her team is here. They're trading FX, binary options, which he learned on this space. I'm, trading crypto. We're both trading crypto with Lawrence, and they have, hey, let's go. Oh, where is it? Is it up or down?
Yeah, let's talk about it. Hold
Let's
on.
talk about
Where's my
Bitcoin real
Bitcoin
quick.
at?
What's going on? Okay.
Look, I already made a king's ransom today. I'm good.
Yeah!
Oh!
I love it. You know what? And we're all able to make a king's ransom because of this space. And so, guys, I just want to tell you right now, get the person that you've been talking to about them, get them on this live right now. We're literally down to the last 81 days of the year. Decentralized banking is the future of banking. You're going to learn about that. You're going to learn about crypto. And I want to just say it's way more than just buying Bitcoin on Coinbase, because a couple days ago, Coinbase got hacked. 6,000 people lost their crypto. So it's more than just you buying crypto. You got to actually get education so you know where you need to actually store the crypto. You see what I'm saying? And that's what we're going to do. We're going to teach you the strategy. You need to learn the plays. Where do I buy crypto? Where should I store crypto? How can I leverage crypto? The entire credit industry is about to be shut down. I think people that are pushing like credit restoration, because you're not going to need it. Because if you have crypto, you can pretty much, leverage and take 50% in cash. We're going to teach you all that. I know we're probably throwing a lot of things out there right now at you guys. Hey, Michael. Hey, Leona. What's up, everybody? But the reality is this is going to change the game. Don't keep sitting around waiting for things to go back to normal. There's a whole lot of money moving right now. Cryptocurrency is the largest financial tech adoption in the history of the world. And it's not going anywhere. And it's not just about Bitcoin. It's not just about Ethereum. It's Cardano. It's a few of those things that you guys need to know. So I just want to encourage you guys ahead of time. You're going to hear a lot of great information tonight. Go ahead and make up in your mind that you're going to get back with the person that invited you on here. Don't sit here and be slow. And don't go ask somebody broke what they think. Be an independent thinker. You know, you on here watching 3 people right now that's got their bags, okay, and growing and expanding. We can't talk numbers, but I'm telling you, we all got our bags, okay? And so, I got to screenshot you my bag, Lawrence and Janetta. So y'all want to count? Let's go. But my point, we inspire each other all the time. With that, you need to see somebody that's really walking in some 7, 8, 9 figure situation stuff, right? So Lawrence, I'm just excited to have you on here, brother. Thank you for your mentorship. You and Tamara were really the reason why I came here, because the person that told me about it 5.5 years ago, they left 2.5 weeks later. Dumbest financial decision of their life. But I was so grateful that he introduced me to Lawrence and Tamara. They brought me into the community, answered all my questions. You guys are going to get tons of support. You're going to get tons of help, and we're not going to just sign you up. You are literally coming into the largest wealth transfer that the world has ever seen. So this decade is going to look very different. You're either going to be very rich or not. Inflation is about to go crazy. You think you've seen inflation. You haven't seen inflation. All these stimmy checks that President Biden just approved, somebody pays for those stimmy checks. You know who? The poor do, the middle class. So now it's more important that, Lawrence, you talk about this a lot, playing chess. Get yourself positioned. Don't go into 2022 in the same place. Stay hungry to change, hungry to learn, be a student of this thing. And at first, you guys going to be over your head. I'm telling you, it's going to be over your head. It was over my head. It was over Janetta's head. Lawrence, I think you and Tamara got it right away. His first week, Tamara, they was killing it. I was like, how much y'all make in your first 30 days?
You know what, Jewel, one thing I want to say too, because I think people are hearing this and they're like, oh, that's amazing. But one thing I love about this space, it doesn't matter where you are. We're talking right now to the single mom on welfare. We're talking to the person who's had financial strife. We're talking to the person who has a minimum wage job. That's the beauty. You do not have to come to this table with a bunch of money. And I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions that people have is like, you already like, oh, Jewel, you already up. Oh, Lawrence, you already up. So you all are in a different bracket. I can't really relate to what you're talking about. But the thing about it is this is for everybody. That's why it's such a game changer, because generally speaking, when you talk these types of numbers, it has to be people who are already wealthy. But this is an opportunity for the everyday man, for the person who is struggling to say, you know what, I'm about to change my whole financial trajectory. And I don't believe we'll ever have this moment in history again. There will come a time, I believe, and Lawrence, tell me if you agree, and Joel, that cryptocurrency will be a rich man's game, a rich woman's game. There will come a point. But right now, in this window of opportunity, this is for everybody. This is for everybody.
Well, you know, right now, in the time that we have today, the reason why what you said is so paramount to what's going on in the world is how many times growing up have we heard the excuse, you know, I don't have the money, or, you know, this is for the rich people, or this for somebody who don't look like us type of thing. You can't have those excuses now, because now it's a level playing field. All we ask for in life is not have to be in the Indy 500 and start 300 laps behind everybody. Now we have a chance to learn the same info in the markets that are unbiased. Doesn't matter if you look like, talk. Doesn't matter if you're from Detroit or if you're from West Bloomfield. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? It don't matter, because the market moves the same for everybody. Doesn't matter if you're the Wall Street banker or you're the person pushing a broom somewhere. Not like it's anything wrong pushing a broom. I'm using that as an example. But the market moves the same for everybody. That's all we ask for, is a level playing field. And now you don't have to come up with thousands of dollars to learn, like, i.e. going to a Harvard or a U of M. People get started with the cost what they're going to spend, you know, at J. Alexander's tonight, you know, or spend a nice pair of sneakers, you know, a dinner and a movie. It's a minimal cost to get started. But I tell you, for those people who say they don't have the money, you know, really every reason why a person say they can't do it is really the reason why they need to. If you don't have money as a grown person, how does that make you feel? Like, how does that make you feel to have to scrape a couple $100s? I mean, to me, if you're in your 30s and you're doing that, I mean, I know it's tough times right now, and I'm not trying to sound kind of weird, but you shouldn't be in your 30s tripping over $200. I mean, honestly, I mean, if you are, I can tell you this: every decision you've made has been wrong when it comes to business. You know what I mean? So, you know, now there's no excuses, man. I mean, anything, wherever you are right now, you can dig your way out of it. You just got to make a conscious decision. And over here is no excuses, because the market moves the same for everybody.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. And that's why I think we've been really just screaming this to the mountaintops, if you will, because there's a serious misconception. First of all, you got to have a lot of money. Second of all, you know, you have to have a background in economics or something like that. Third of all, you know, you have to, you know, maybe have a certain type of education. You know, there's just all these misconceptions. And the bottom line is, this opportunity is for everyone. The platform that we're all a part of will take you from the very beginning, 101. I remember when I first got started, I didn't know anything. And quite frankly, it was very, very intimidating to me. But thank goodness for the education and the support of people like you, Dr. Jewel and Lawrence. You guys come in and like, we got you. We're going to help you. We're going to hold your hand and help walk you through this process. And that's absolutely phenomenal.
You do not need a degree in economics to do this. What you do need a degree in is hustlenomics. You got to be a person. I'm a hustle my way out of the situation I'm in. That's it. Yeah. No excuses. Like today, you know, we in 2021 going on 2022. Man, there's no time for excuse of anything. I don't care where you're from, what you look like, talk like, what your nationalities are. Man, pull yourself up about a bootstrap. Get information, because we sit in the information superhighway days where you can click on anything you want to learn, and a lot of information out there for free. So if you're in the situation you're in right now, it's because you're just being flat out lazy. And I don't mean to sound weird, but as Coach LY, I'm gonna give it to you straight with no chaser. People are just lazy as far as going after their goals and dreams flat out, because just like you talked about in the beginning, how it's tough to learn things. Why is it people say it's tough to learn? You know, we do, yet to spend 4 or 5 hours learning how to do one of these silly old lion dances. You know what I mean? You know, when these dances, they the best little TikToker doing all this nonsense. I'm like, some of these people like, oh, you broke. Where you got time to learn this stuff?
Ain't no time to dance.
Entertainment. Because they're like,
entertainment
hungry. Like people are entertainment hungry. Hulu, the latest shows, and it's no shade on that. I like to watch some of those series too, but 10 to 14 hours of the day, I'm educating this so I can change my life. Lawrence, I'm gonna go ahead and let you show this screen, because I want everybody to really see what they have. We're about to break down for you guys what this academy and what this platform looks like. And remember, when you sign up, you come into our community. You come into the Wealth Squad. Like all of a sudden now Lawrence is your business partner. Now Janetta is your business partner. I'm your business partner. You got the digits. You calling, you asking questions. We working together. It's like a whole family. So
Okay, can you see that?
there we go. Yes.
Yep, we got you.
Okay, I'm looking on my other device. You sure you can see the screen says I am asking?
We can see you.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
So, ladies and gentlemen, like when you join our platform, all our company is, all the platform that Dr. Jewel and Janetta said is basically about I Am Mastery Academy. Now, I've been in business with this company for 6 years now, and I can tell you it's changed my life financially. It's allowed us to help thousands of people become successful, learn some good information. Remember, there are risks in trading, so I don't want to make it seem like everybody's going to be successful. But in life, what are everybody successful in? You know, nobody's successful in everything, right? But one thing I like about this particular platform, guys, is we give you all the value. Whether we learn Forex, cryptocurrency, time-based trading, we've got academies that are recorded information that allow you to walk through, like, what's the history of Forex? When is Forex traded? What are market participants? What's a buy versus sell? All those different things that you're going to have questions about. Like you're going to get, like people watching right now are going to say, I need to do my research. Well, all the research is done through the academy because it answers all the basic questions. That's what we call first base. Second base is something we call our Go Live platform. And our Go Live platform, ladies and gentlemen, is so incredible because when you start here, you have access to over 200 educators in 9 different languages. These are some of our top viewed educators. And this is what separates I Am Mastery Academy from any other companies that try to copycat us, is we bring the most value because the combined hourly value you get as far as live education is over 2,500 hours a month of live education. I'm sorry, 2,500 hours a month of live education. We get a chance to connect, collaborate, ask questions, more importantly, succeed. So these are some of our top curriculums. We got Forex, live education here. HFX, live education here. Digital currency, live education here. So any new person that starts is going to ask you, are you a brand new member? And now it's a calendar of events that shows you who's teaching what, from Forex 101 to basics. I mean, you name it, we have something that's going to be there for you to tap into and learn. But let's just say for a minute, you want to come in, you want to learn digital currency, because I think that's the main topic of our conversation. That's where I spend most of my days doing nothing but research and trading and doing everything when it comes to cryptocurrency. So if you join our platform under the digital currency umbrella, guess what? You have access to all these educators here, okay? Now, what I love about this particular platform here, guys, is we show you how to secure the bag 3 different ways. Now, remember, we don't give financial advice. All we do is kind of just share info, and it's up to you if you want to pull the trigger. But we teach you how to create a portfolio, certain projects. You know, Curtis Cobain Branch, this gentleman here, is like a crypto savant, real good at teaching people, you know, what type of coins you want to put in your portfolio for long-term, short-term growth. Also, we teach you how to trade on the exchange, which is buying a certain coin at a certain range, and then when it gets a certain zone, you sell it off. And we also teach you how to trade it based on leverage, which is a little more risky, but it's like giving you immediate reward. So a lot of people like that too. So when you get on any of these sessions here, let me just pull this one up for just a second. You can get on any of our sessions and you have access to all this information. Listen in for a second.
That we see underneath these dots, it's this solid white line is the stock to flow model, okay? These dotted lines, or these dots you see, these, you know, green, red, blue, yellow, orange.
So what's cool about this, ladies and gentlemen, is if you're on one of these sessions and something's going over your head, they have moderators where you can come right down here where my cursor's moving, you can ask questions. So now it's like giving you a live interactive experience, like almost like a kneecap to kneecap or belly to belly experience where you have people who are there to answer your questions. Now, every educator, the information that they taught on for that day goes to a queue, and it goes and shows you, you know, all the different recordings they've done. So now you can sharpen the axe and get better and better, like real quick, right? So also what happens with this particular platform is you also get a tool that I use pretty much every single day. And just want to make sure, Janetta, can you see this?
Yeah, I see you are on the DCX Live platform.
Swipe Coin, do you see that?
I don't see Swipe Coin yet.
Okay, let me pull this up.
Yeah, so I'm excited. Yeah, that's what we want to hear about, the Swipe Coin situation, because basically every day you have been killing it. And, you know, he's going to talk about that in a moment, but pretty much
you see it now?
alert. Not yet. We don't see it yet. you get an alert and we're able to see when
think
you
it's
want to
under-
enter the market.
I think some Jewel has doing her end.
Okay, all right. I'll shoot her a text real quick. I know she had to slide off for a minute. But can you just talk to us about Swipecoin and we'll see if we can get that pulled up.
Okay. Yeah, the Swipecoin scalper is a tool that you get a chance to. It has different artificial intelligence behind it that's proprietary to our company. And one of the gentlemen who created is a guy named Picasso, we call him Picasso because he's masterful on the charts, painting nothing but masterpieces, right? He has this software that's very simple. It's a third grader can use it. And it's really, really cool because any and everybody can use this particular software. And basically it only trades two things, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, that's all it trades. So now you're simplifying your trading plan because all it trades is Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I just want to make sure, can you see it? Let me see.
Let's see. It looks like we can see the all sessions, but for some reason the Swipecoin isn't pulling up. So that's weird.
Can you see? See if you can see that. Is it
Okay.
popping up now?
Yes, we can see it. We see
You see that?
Swipecoin. Yep.
Okay, you see this one now, the scalper?
Not the scalper, but we can see Swipecoin, like the main page where it shows the leverage ideas, the exchange ideas.
Okay. I want to share this one here though. Hold on.
Okay.
I want to share the scalper tool.
Okay.
I want to show you like what I showed you ladies the other day. So Swipecoin. See.
So while you're pulling that up, I see Justin
You
said
there now?
he's interested. Okay, let's see. He's interested, but he's slow and a hands-on learner. We got you, Justin. Not a problem.
Okay.
Yes, we got it. I see the Swipecoin tutorial.
Okay,
Awesome.
cool. So when you use the software, ladies and gentlemen, it's very simple because as soon as you click on this as a member of our company, the software doesn't even allow you to get to the software without going through the training first. So all you do is click on this short video that breaks down how to use this particular software. So simple, a third grader can use it. So this product has basically a couple of rules that are very, very simple. Now I'm gonna share this real quick. I want you to see how simple and effective this is. So all we do is change this from a candle to a line chart. Okay, very simple, clean chart. Now these are the alerts you'll get that'll come to your cell phone. It'll tell you the Swipecoin scalper has detected a trade, right? So now you'll go right here to the software. It'll tell you, see, this is 2 hours ago. Bitcoin said it's a buy 2 hours ago at 56,329. Okay, so this right here is a buy zone. Okay, this is one of the confirmations. Is you got the blue arrow and there's a price, which is a blue line above the gold line. So that'd be a yes. So this trade here probably will run up. I'm actually in this trade right now. But look at what happened earlier today. Earlier today, Bitcoin 11 hours ago.
Oh, I missed that one. Jules,
Yeah.
I was crying about that all day.
Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
click on that? Because that thing dropped like it was all the way high. Let's see.
Yeah. So
Oh,
so this was a trade earlier today. Let me zoom out of this so you guys can see.
man.
Okay. So listen. So here you got the sell. This was from 11 hours ago. The
Yeah.
sale said at 56.9 basically. That's been right around this area right here. Okay. So you got the red arrow, which is here. Okay, that's one confirmation. This is your gold moving average line. So this blue line, as long as it's under the gold line, that's your second confirmation, right? And then this gives you the break. Like if it really breaks this area, that gives you even another confirmation. But look at this. This thing went from here, from 56.9 basically, all the way down to here. So 56.9 to 54.8. That's 2,100 pips you would have
That's
made.
the king's ransom.
I mean, I don't want to say the dollar amount, but if you'd have
I
traded one cheeseburger, that'd have been over 2,100 cheeseburgers. You know what I
My
mean?
God.
So, past results don't guarantee any future gains. I'm just kind of giving you guys the basic gist of how simple.
So Lawrence, real quick. So it's pretty much three things. Was it three things? Is that right? Three main things.
Well, you got the alert that comes through. You got the blue arrow or the red arrow.
Okay.
And if it's a sell, if the blue line is under the gold line, if it's a buy, the blue line is over the gold line, and then you'll generally have this break and close. That'll be your third confirmation, right?
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
And after that, it's like off to the race. Same thing. If you like Ethereum, I like trading Ethereum with the broker I use because it moves just like Bitcoin, but the trade lot size you use is not as hard as it is with Bitcoin. So I like trading Ethereum. Really, Ethereum is probably 80% of what I trade because it moves the same thing how Bitcoin moves. So look at this earlier. You can see this is 3 hours ago at 34.95. You got 34.95 right about here. You got the blue arrow confirmation. Is it above the gold line? Boom, came all the way up here.
Wow.
Same thing earlier. We took this trade earlier. Let me zoom out of this. Let me zoom in so you can see the same trade. Okay, so we had a sell at 34.666. This was 6 hours ago. So 34.666 would have been right around here on the sell. 34.666. And this thing, I know this thing dropped because I was in this trade. It dropped all the way down to 34.15. Yeah, this
So
thing
pretty much as the currencies are going up and down, you're just taking bags up, down, as the market moves up and down.
Yeah, if you want to sell it, that means you think the market's going to drop. If you're buying it, you think the market's going up. So all I do is keep it real simple and duplicatable. I'm just looking for the buy. Blue arrow is a blue line over the gold line. I take the trade. It's that simple. Now what I'll do is to protect my trades, I'll just make my stop loss to protect my trade because not every trade is going to be a winner. But what I'll do is I'll just make my stop loss at the lower low. So now I know what I'm willing to risk on any trade, and I can use the same trading fundamentals. But what I want to show you is the results. Okay, let me go back here. I think I'm about to close this out. So I'm gonna go back here, and I'm gonna share you guys what the results are. The results are here. So let me see. Can you see that now?
Not yet. Nothing popped up yet. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Okay.
You see it now?
We see the swipe coin, all ideas. Yep, I see that. Yep.
Well, just imagine for a second having the educators who teach not give you financial advice, but they post trades they're taking. Now it's up to you if you want to take them. They're not telling you to take them, but this is something they're doing. But now you get alerts to come right to the phone and tell you when they're putting their trades in. All you gotta do is follow them, copy and paste information. Also, any trade idea or anything that's sent in our chat, you'll get an alert. This is what the scalper chat looks like. So it'll tell you anytime the scalper tool determines a move, you get an alert. So you get an alert like this, it'll tell you go to swipecoin.im and go in the key and look at the scalper. So you always are in the know. These are the chats when you're talking to the educators and they talk a little bit about their trades. Okay, so it's like it's like they're communicating with you live, and you're like in their mind, in their brain, right? And these are some of the results. Now, what I'll do here with the results, and this is just from the SwipeCoin platform. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is just for dollar amounts, I'm gonna use this 1850 pips. Let's just use that a $1 example. Okay. If you traded this $1, that'd have been $1,850. Let's use that for example. Okay. For just for number's sake. So just over the past couple of days, let's count the pips. And now you know what the pips equal, what that would have been dollar-wise. Okay. Let's take a look at the pip count. So today you can see here, today is Tuesday, October 12th. This one trade on Ethereum, 1,850 pips. Yesterday, Monday, 400 pips. So now we at 2,250.
Wow.
Bitcoin, 1,077. So now we're at 2230, about 3,300. This is Sunday. Bitcoin. That's the same trade though. Scalper, Bitcoin, 750 trade. That's the same thing. Ethereum, 810. So now that puts us at about 4,000 pips.
It's Sunday.
Yep, Sunday. Now there's another trade on Sunday, XRP. That puts us about 4,500 pips. Okay, that's the same trade. Now XRP Saturday, 900 pips. So now, right now, we're at 5,800 pips. Okay. Now that's just till Saturday, guys.
And we're only at Tuesday.
5,900 pips, and I already told you guys how to calculate the math. But guys, this is like the easiest platform. And guess what? You go right to the Go Live platform, and they're teaching you how to use a tool. So now you become an expert at one thing, and you can become successful at one thing. It's literally just that simple. Now, I've been doing this 6 years with our company. I'm familiar with all the tools. But see, for me, I like simplicity. I don't have a lot of lines on my chart. All I look for is the red arrow. I got 2 lines on my chart. That's it.
Yeah.
Now what I can teach people is now I don't have time to babysit people when it comes to education because guess what? They're paying for that through our Go Live platform. So now we have the educators who teach you how to use the tool. And then when you jump on to use the software, you can't even use it without seeing the video that shows you how to use it. So now you can't say you don't know how to use it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's simple, very duplicatable. And I love the fact that even 6 years later, this is the only thing I use. I use this, and my partner Andre Campbell, we call him the S&P 500 King. He's he sent some serious trade ideas that he takes for himself, and he doesn't give us financial advice. We just kind of post some of the trades he takes, and you know, we'll just keep it moving. So I only look at 3 different things. I've shown you just over the past week or so, you know, what my life has been like. But you know, this very, very simple. 3 things I look at. I don't pay attention to I don't pay attention to gold. I don't pay attention to nothing else. All I do is pay attention to Ethereum, Bitcoin, and only one other pair, which is S&P 500 or US 30. That's it. And and I'm gonna tell you, it's simplifying my life. And I've taught this for six years to focus on 1 or 2 currencies and master them. I've told people this. I can't tell you how many times. But people, it's like riding a bike. You know, when you take those training wheels off, you got to fall a few times. You know, people ain't gonna listen. They got to find out for themselves, right? But I'm gonna tell you, 6 years later, I'm still doing the exact same thing that I was doing in the beginning, which is focus on 1 or 2 things, and I just master that one thing, and I run with it till the wheels fall off. So everybody I share with this, they're like, "Wow, I didn't even know." But see, the thing is, not only will you learn this, but now on the other flip side, your portfolio is on blaze. You know what I mean? Because you're listening to some good information that you can analyze, listen, and make a decision for yourself. And then also for those people who don't have time to trade this with leverage, if the market reaches a certain zone and they say, hey, this might be a good zone for you to buy that particular coin and hold on to it, and it reaches this particular zone, you sell it off for the US dollar coin, less risk, and you don't have to spend any time looking at the chart. So, you know, you got 3 ways you can actually secure the bag, but I'm most excited about being an investor. Like literally my whole goal right now, when people ask me what I do, I just want to say I'm an investor. You know, so now I have all the time freedom to do what I want. And everyone who's taken advantage of this Swipecoin particular platform has been nothing but ecstatic. I mean, I just feel the excitement and talking to Jewel and yourself and Camille and all the people who actually jumped on one of my trainings when I showed them. And they were like, man, this is just this simple. And I said, yeah, all you got to do is just be patient and follow the directions, because we get paid to wait for the right information. And if you're willing to do that, no reason why you can't be successful. You just start small and build up, and, you know, in a position where you can actually make, you know, bigger moves if you choose to. But you just work your plan. Everybody's got a certain strategy or whatnot they want to use for themselves. But yeah, you just start your journey. And only way to really do it, it's never going to be a convenient time, because people say, I'll get started, you know, November 1st when this happens or this happens. It's never going to be convenient, because life happens. You know, you just got to put it on your plate, find a way to jump in and monetize it, maybe turn off your favorite TV show and jump in for an hour a day or something, and just kind of sharpen your axe and get real busy learning. And, you know, I had a good friend of mine who actually turned he unplugged his TV set and put it in the garage. This is right around the time when the NBA playoffs, and he no NBA playoff time, you know, it's on every day. He put his TV set, turned it off, and put it in his garage. And all he did was watch the live education. And that guy there, he's like becoming a folk story now based on his success. So we have a lot of fun doing what we do.
Man, that's what I'm saying, man. It's amazing. I mean, I've heard so many life-changing testimonies since I've been a part, just in 1 year. People retiring off their jobs, people paying off their debt, people who were about to lose their home and their car. I mean, in like their whole financial future change. Man, this is amazing. It seems too easy. It seems too easy.
But let me just say this. For everybody's looking right now, I don't want to paint a picture of this, like, you know, you don't just wake up and the next day you make $1 million, right? Nothing in life is going to happen that way. Many times people want to take the elevator to success, but most people on the other side of money, they've taken the stairway many, many times, right? You have to be willing to understand that you're going to make money. There are going to be times you lose trades. It's all a psychology thing. Like, what we do is 90% psychological and 10% technical, because you have to have the mindset to be able to handle some of the moves that take place, where you make money, lose money, get greedy. I mean, it's a lot of different mistakes that people make. And even though we could tell you, hey, don't do this, don't do that, but at the end of the day, everyone's built differently, right? Just like they say, don't touch the iron when it's hot when you're a kid, but you still go and you find out yourself. People have to just find their own way, and I just tell people it takes patience, it takes discipline. But one thing we have a lot of is time, and 1 or 2 years are gonna come anyway. Nothing we can do from stopping this. So you can take the next 24 months to focus on sharpening your craft, getting better and better, learning the education on crypto, becoming a crypto savant, or just diving real deep. And it's because in this time, I mean, literally, will never happen again. Like we're like really on a position where money is going to change like digitally, and those people who didn't pay attention to it, thinking everything's a freaking scam, are going to be so. It's usually the skeptical people that think everything is a scam, though. You know what I mean?
Yes.
The skeptical people are usually broke, right?
Right.
So you can't be skeptical when it comes to making money, but those people who aren't paying attention now to all the clues that are taking place. I mean, just like you say, I was in the store the other day. As a matter of fact, this week I saw 3 Bitcoin ATMs at different parts of Detroit.
Wow.
3 Bitcoin ATMs.
I was just in New York. They were trying to sell me comedy show tickets in Bitcoin. They talk about, we take Cash App, we'll take your PayPal. I said, oh, you won't get any of my Bitcoin. You're a comedy show.
You know what's crazy? I was talking to my buddy who's like, when I say he's, we talked about Kurt and how great he is.
Yeah.
This guy will probably put Kurt to shame. And I say,
it's not even possible.
No. What I mean by that, respectively, because Kurt is like the GOAT.
Yeah.
But this guy, when I say, I mean, just next level. He's like a true visionary. Like, he was saying some things. I'm like, wow, he was like, listen, man, in the future, he said, people are going to be meeting, and say, we look in like real reality. He said, the world is going to be going into like a digital reality. And it's going to be, he says, it's going to be times where people buying real estate on a virtual metaverse, and it might be a view of like Central Park that's digital, and people are going to be paying rent and stuff like that to have that view. He said, you have no idea, and this gentleman, he's a big art person. Like, he has some of the biggest, John Herring, I don't know if you know that, he's one of the biggest artists in the world. He's got digital NFTs from the #1 artist in the world. So he's talking about, like, listen, even the way people buy art is going to be different. He said, now you'll have people with digital, like he showed me like a digital art gallery.
Wow.
And it's like you can walk through it like you walking through somebody's house. And it's like,
okay, so we have a brand new TV we got, and it puts digital art on it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Van Gogh, Picasso, and you can build a collection. It's a big old screen here right in front of me, and it just puts up different art. So I'm seeing that. We just got it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing that for myself. It's like, and they say you can build your collection, and it just pops up on the screen.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That whole NFT thing, he was just talking about how right now people have no idea how big it's going to be, but it's all about just learning, because when you get into this space, it's something new. Just like it's over 9,000 cryptocurrency coins. We probably know that half of them probably aren't anything. You know what I'm saying? They don't really have the value this long term. But people could get sucked in to information, just like people were jumping on, hey, if you want to buy Dogecoin, now they're a crypto expert. And people, I'm like, bro, Dogecoin is like the worst coin you could buy. But now everybody thought they were a crypto savant because they own Dogecoin, right? Listen, you got to be in a position where you understand what you're buying. And it just takes the right type of education. Not just looking at YouTube videos or hearing somebody hype it up. You got to have some real strong education. And I tell people from a common sense standpoint, if you look at our particular platform, there's no way anybody could go through and look at what I Am Mastery Academy has done, accomplished as a #1 Forex and crypto education platform in the world, over 400,000 users, over 120 different countries. 7 years later, still #1, if we're not providing value. That's common sense. So you couldn't do that 7 years later, still be innovative, still bringing more value, more tools, if you weren't bringing value. That doesn't make common sense. So, people just have to use that common sense when they make a decision like, well, obviously they're doing it right. And I've seen all the companies come out, oh, we're the next IM killer. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. You don't even hear about these companies anymore. You know why? Because they don't have the value that we provide. They don't have the CEO who's actually a real trader. that was sought after. There's a totally different philosophy when you come out with a company and you're a real trader and you're educating people for the right reasons versus someone saying, you know what, I got a hot compensation plan. Let me just infuse trading in there. You know, it's a whole difference of philosophy. That's I tell people, just because everything is not just numbers. You know, I tell people a lot when people talk about like sports figures today, it's all about numbers and numbers. I said, listen, everything is not just black and white numbers. You know, it's got to be there's other variables involved to make something the best. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I Am Mastery Academy is great. I think we got the best leadership out of any company I've been involved in. I mean, just tops, you know, guys who just really are well sought after, who pour into you. And to me, that there is worth more than anything, just getting that mentorship. Because, you know, you work on yourself, Dr. Jewel works on herself. Everybody's a leader who's made great money. They kind of change the hard drive, right?
Yeah.
When you have these type of impact players that just come with the membership that you can tap into, people don't realize that's just like subliminal training they're getting. And they don't realize it till a few years back when they're applying these different principles. They're like, wow, I learned that from so-and-so. I learned that from so-and-so. They just become a better person. So network marketing is really just a self-improvement course with a compensation plan. And that's one thing I love about our platform. So, you know, you get started with us for, like I say, all of our tools, whether you want HFX, digital currency, Forex for $325, it gives you access to everything the I Am Mastery Academy has. Or you can choose one of our products and spend, you know, around $235 to get started. I think is this: just get started, find your way. You might try DCX and might not like it. You might say, I want to try HFX, like Ben, smash HFX, right? You have to find out. And the only way to do that is to experience it. You know, just like, you know, I can't email you a haircut. You got to be in the seat. You got to experience it for yourself in order for you to make a decision if that's right for you. Because for me, I don't like trading HFX, but people winning at it. I had to find out what works for LY, and the only way to experience it is to try it and see if it's a fit for you. So just tell a person just to jump in. You got great leadership. You know, you guys are rocking and rolling. I'm super proud of everything you guys are doing, leading the charge and just doing everything from super professional to super high level. And I'm just honored that you guys, you know, even though you pretty much have a fine old machine that's running, that you call on me and say, LY, can you jump on and, you know, help or anything? It's always my pleasure to be in a position where I can serve and pour into other people and help them become successful.
Wow. And on that, you dropped the whole mic, man. That was so powerful. And, you know, thank you so much for sharing everything you shared tonight, but not only for you, but for your children. You know, one thing, LY, all my children trade. They all trade, even my 15-year-old. And his goal at 15 is to make no less than 20 million by 18. That's how he's killing these charts. And I mean, just for a teenager to have that type of mindset, right? And so what we have to understand is you're really positioning not only you, but for generations. You're setting this is about generational wealth. You're setting up for generations because this is the new rule of money. It's not going anywhere. This is the future of banking. So we kind of have to get outside of ourselves and look at the bigger picture. We're putting our families at a disadvantage. I found out in Dubai that trading in the foreign exchange market is a part of their curriculum. Okay. So in Dubai, they teach their children at a very young age how to trade in the foreign exchange market. So we
do in the U.S. though.
Pardon?
We don't teach. We go to the place and buy them Fortnite games.
Right.
We're so asleep at the wheel. It's like, listen, you know, kids can learn all these video games. Why don't we teach them the real thing, the money game? That's the most important thing, because now you don't want to be in a position where you're the greatest at Fortnite or the greatest at Grand Theft Auto, but you working 20 hours a day, can't even make ends meet. Listen, let's stop playing games with life and let's focus on the real game so we can get money as issue out of the way, because you know what you just talked about? That's a generational thing, because now it's a trickle down effect. Your kids will learn how to read the charts. So if you
they have names like Decentraland, you can earn cryptocurrency. It's just like Fortnite. It's called Decentraland. Learned that from Curtis Cobain. They can play the game and earn crypto. Like,
Mhm.
that's the thing, right? Right. If you're gonna be playing a game, at least make some money at it, right?
Very true. I actually own a lot of that decentralized coin too, Mana. So
Oh,
yeah. So they're real big into that whole metaverse thing. But you know, today's times again, we have no excuses as parents, as nieces, as uncles and aunts and grandparents. It's up to us to, as older people, to sit back and say, listen, man, let me just pull you by the bootstraps, young man or young lady. Let's focus on some real serious stuff right now. That's not ain't about going to the club, ain't about spending all this money and trying to impress people with all the Gucci and all that stuff when you broke. Get focus on something to get money out the way so that you can really enjoy your life and not be on Front Street. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like for
right.
me, I'm a real low key guy. I can go get whatever I want, but I'm a real low key person because I've made money and I've lost money in my life. So one thing I did realize is losing the money is not a great feeling. So
Yeah.
all the mistakes I made, I realized, okay, well, let me just go, and when I get money to be in a position where I can protect it, be smarter about it, and be like a good financial role model. My son always would say to me, man, you're always very smart. I'm so proud of you with some of the things you've done. But it's because I was a risk taker. I've always been a risk taker in my life.
Yep.
There was times where I made tons of money, multiple six figures a year, walked away from those jobs to build a business. And people are like, are you crazy? Man, you had it going on. I'm like, listen, man, ain't no way I can get what I truly want working for somebody else, bro. So if I'm willing to, I'd rather live 50 years like a chicken than 100 years, 50 years like a tiger than 100 years like a chicken. I'm gonna go after it.
I love it.
I'm gonna go after. I'm gonna take the risk. I'm gonna let the chips fall where they may. But if I see something, I'm going hard in the paint for it. I'm not playing around because this is my life. And once you get older, you start to realize, okay, now I'm staring down the third quarter of my life. I'm already past halftime.
Right.
When you start looking at things a little bit differently, and I just try to coach young people, like, save your money. Don't blow your money on all this stuff to try to impress people and $1,000 sneakers and all this nonsense. Put that money to work for you, because you're going to look back 10 years from now and look in that closet and all those Gucci shoes and Louis shoes and all this stuff. It could have made you tons of money. You're just sitting there getting old. You know what I mean? So you got to be smarter, and again, young people really just have to listen to OGs when they kind of drop game to you and tell you the truth.
That's good.
It's not being a hater.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, I mean, you just spent $1,300 on some gym shoes, bro. That makes no sense.
Let me say this, because I could really be on with you all night, but I want to wrap this up because we could literally talk about this all night. But one thing you talked about is, like, I'm thinking about the inner city, underserviced areas. Can you just talk about, and this is another reason I'm so passionate. I'm really passionate about bringing this. I'm here in Baltimore, the inner city of Baltimore. Right. This could go to Detroit, Chicago, LA.
We all got them.
Talk about the power of cryptocurrency and under service populations and populations that did not have an opportunity, and how this could really be a game changer.
Well, you look at this. I tell people it's almost like an equation. You have to kind of give yourself like a self-inventory of your life. If you want to retire by the time, say, for example, you're 20, you say, I want to retire by the time I'm 65. Okay. That's working a job from dark 30 to dark 30, doing that, working that plan, investing a little bit, retiring. But the economy's going up, inflation going up, food going up, gas going up, lights going up, everything's going up. But you're going to live with a one income that you got coming every single month at the end of that particular strategy. And my thing is this: for new people, we always grow up and say, I want to make six figures. I like to be a millionaire. There's not one person on this call, whether they're not being honest with themselves or not. Everybody on this call would like to be a millionaire. Everybody looking at this would love to be a millionaire, not have to go to work, any of that stuff. People say, I love my job. Yeah, you wouldn't do it for free. Okay. So, we always think millionaire, right? So my thing is, what can you do in the inner city? I grew up in the inner city. What could I have done that could have made me take that curve of retiring at 65 and cutting it in half? What can allow me to accelerate that 40 years of working? How can I cut that in half? See, that should be the goal, is to cut it in half. Now, how are you going to achieve that? See, money can work faster than you, but the problem is, in school, they teach you everything but how to make money. They teach you everything in life They teach you life 101 basics, but they don't teach you how to get wealthy.
Mm-mm.
So now you got a chance in a decentralized portion that really is untapped.
Mhm.
You got coin projects that are coming out every single day
Mhm.
that you can tap into, and some of them are 10x, 30x, 40x your money.
Woo!
I was watching a video on YouTube, and again, I'm not giving financial advice. I just happened to be scrolling on YouTube one day,
Mhm.
and it's a particular coin out there called Shiba, right? Now,
Yep.
when it first came out, it was like a meme coin, just like Dogecoin, right? So I was like, I'm not buying any of that stuff, and it has no function, right? And I watched a video. And this kid worked at that one. I want to say the guy said he worked at Walmart or something like that. But he invested $1,800
Mm.
Shiba coin. Get this, $1,800 in the Shiba coin.
Yeah.
Why did that rascal turn into $60 million?
What?
Go, if you don't believe me, go to
Wait,
YouTube.
wait. 1,800 to what?
60 mil. Go listen. When we off this call,
I
go
will.
to YouTube. No, listen. Go to YouTube and key in Shibu and key in 60 million, and the video is gonna pop up with a young brother who did this. Now I know it's true because if you find one of those particular coins, it's 14, 15 zeros behind the decimal. Every time that thing go one decimal moves, that's 100x.
Man.
So if you invest $1,000 and it go 100, I mean that's huge returns.
Yeah.
So guess what I just did the other day? Bought some
What'd you
Shiba.
Guess what I'm doing tonight? Buy some Shiba.
Hey, listen, I bought some September the 17th. I've already, I want to say 300%. You know, I bought it on Coinbase and it grew 300%.
What?
Yeah.
See, that's what we're talking about.
So your money outworks you. But see, the thing is, if you really desire to be wealthy, like what is it can you do? Like honestly, you can go and be a doctor. You still gonna work that plan of years on top of years to
Right.
you go in a lot of debt, right? If you want to, you be a ball player. Like let's be real. Not everybody make it to the league, right?
Or you make it like Ben and he got hurt. Then what?
Yeah, like that or not. But see, not everybody's musically inclined either. Everybody's not gonna be a Maxwell. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not gonna be a Jay-Z. But if that's your only plan, then why don't you take some of that money and start to have other ways to make money? Because you can't have one stream of income and expect to get wealthy. You got to have multiple streams.
Yeah.
Like Dr. Jewel has multiple streams. I have multiple streams. I'm sure you do too.
Yes, now I do. Yes.
So you have to collapse that time. If your goal is retire at certain, make it. What's wrong with saying I want to retire in 5 years instead of 40 years? But if you get the right information, and you're on the right people, and you apply the right millionaire principles, why can't you be some of those same success stories? So I love the fact that people from the hood can learn. But one thing we have to do, honestly, real talk, we have to change the thought process. And really, that's one of the biggest problems that I think that people are just so locked into the hood mentality that they don't realize they're programmed, that they don't understand that they're almost like asleep at the wheel with no seatbelt. You have to have that epiphany or that aha moment where you can say, you know what, if they could do it, I could do it. It doesn't matter, if I talk this way or look this way or dress this way or my parents divorced or all this kind of stuff, all the stigmas they say about, Black families in the hood type of thing. You have to do something different and be bold about it. But now is the time. What else is going to come up in history where this type of like process is happening? I just don't see it.
I don't either.
So taking advantage of it and listening to people and not being skeptical and listen to people who are successful and listen to millionaire coaches. See, that's one thing that people don't understand about what we do. You got successful people like us who we could be at the movies right now.
Mm-hmm.
We could be doing something with our families right now. But we get on these calls and we do personal meetings with people and coaching on the phone, all the stuff that help them, and you get to use us for free. So when you have people who are successful, like I didn't have millionaires calling me back in the day. I wish I did. I wish I had people who were successful who wanted to pour into me and would have did it for free. And now you've got that at your beck and call. And it amazes me because like on Tuesdays, I do a locker room call. Nothing but millionaire talk, nothing but strategies, listen to successful people. And I sit back sometimes and I say, well, why weren't the call? I got like a millionaire was on the call today, pouring their heart out to you, and you didn't jump on the call today. It's like, why? I wish I had that type of stuff in front of me back then that would help me, learn, get that curve together. Because in order to get that curve to change that dynamic of that, collapse in the time, you got to have that right juice up here. So if you tapped into the sources that giving you the juice and you apply it, there's no reason why you can't collapse that time. But you have to be focused on it, for one. For two, don't listen, like Dr. Drew said, don't go listen to your broke cousin. Listen, guys, if you're looking for the first time, take this from me. Don't go talking to somebody who's not successful, who's not in business, who don't have the lifestyle you want, and you let them give your opinion about Bitcoin or crypto, and you let them take you right out the box. Remember, when you buy somebody's opinion, you buy their lifestyle. So if you're not willing to switch financial lives with that person, please, I repeat, please do not go and ask that person, so what do you think about Bitcoin? What do you think about cryptocurrency? What do you think about Forex? And they don't have any inkling about it. And the first thing they do is say, yeah, one of my friends lost money doing that. And now you can let somebody who's not successful knock you right out the box. There's people who go to Harvard who graduate with A's. There's also people who go to Harvard who fail.
Wow.
So it's still the same institution, but not everybody's going to be successful at everything.
Wow.
That's why you got to go and experience it for yourself. That's why I never listen to people when they say, yeah, this person, this person, that. I say, you know what? I want to make my own decision about a person.
Make your own decision, man. That'll mess you up. Listen to the other people. That's
hating on this person, and I'm walking around not liking the person because you said it. No, I want to experience that for myself and make my own decision. That's how you have to be when it comes to your finances. Do it for yourself. You got to jump in and do it for yourself, and you'll be surprised how much you'll look up a year from now. You're having conversations with people. You're like, man, I didn't realize I knew as much as I knew about crypto, because 98% of the population is asleep at the wheel on the whole crypto thing. So if you tap into this, you're really light years ahead of those people just based on the information. So just jump in, guys, learn as you go. You don't need to get all the questions answered up front. Just know this: crypto is here to stay. It's not. It's you look at gold. Back in the day, gold used to be the standard behind money. Gold ain't tapped 2,000. I don't know how long, right? Bitcoin, that same stretch went from 10,000 to 65,000. Still holding right now at 57,000 today. Gold still under 2,000. So that's telling you that people are more excited about cryptocurrency than gold. So when it becomes more scarce, what do you think the numbers are going to be? I personally believe, this is my personal opinion, I think you'll see Bitcoin multiple six figures. I think you'll see Ethereum $40,000, $50,000 a coin. Based on supply and demand, and you listen not only to me, but you listen to billionaires like Michael Saylor, the Winklevoss twins. People understand this game inside and out. And then, when you talk about Bitcoin, best believe that Elon Musk, he didn't drop 1.5 billion on Bitcoin without knowing that it's a good investment. You ain't dropping 1.5 billion on something that's a scam. So don't take my word for it. Follow the money.
Woo-wee.
That's common sense, right? Don't take my word for it. But you honestly think you're the richest person in the world is going to make a dumb decision dropping 1.5 billion on something that's not valuable? That's common sense.
Wow.
So here we are today, but you don't want it 5 years from now. You want to say, I'm glad I did versus I wish I had.
Man, coach. Woo! Look, I got to just clap it up. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Guys, this is why right now, you need to get back with whoever invited you. Tell them, listen, send me a link. You get a link. You can sign up. We'll get you plugged in tonight. Guys, DM me. We can get you plugged in. You do not want to miss this window of opportunity. That's literally what it is. Coach, you summed it all up. The social and economic proof and indicators is everywhere. Sleep at the wheel. That's one of the biggest things he said. So many people are sleeping at the wheel. And by the time they figure it out, that bad boy that went around the corner down the street, it's already done. You missed the opportunity. So guys, first of all, Coach, thank you so much for coming on. Man, you are just like the old man on the hill. You just sit and listen, just on the wisdom, just dripping wisdom. Just nugget after nugget.
Michael Corleone.
I love it. I love it. I just thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for your time. You've already done a ton of Zooms. That's what we're talking about. He's committed to this thing. He didn't have to do this, right? But him, my sister, myself, we are committed to helping people. One thing you said, you made money, you lost money. I made money, I lost money. That ain't nothing. What are we saying right now? We're talking about getting that education to change your life, not only your life, but your family's life, generations to come. So right now, guys, again, thank you, Coach. I appreciate you so much. I can't wait when we head to Detroit. I've been checking you guys out. But listen, get back with whoever invited you. They're going to send you a link. Within a couple minutes, you'll be signing a couple $100, man. The best couple $100 you ever may spend, because you're going to make so much more, right? If that's a struggle for you right now. As my sister always says, you're already in an economic turmoil. You don't even realize it. $200, like, I don't know, then you're already there, man. That's why you need this today, not tomorrow, today. So get back. Listen, thanks, guys, so much for coming on tonight. Coach, have a wonderful night. Love your wife. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. And listen, get back with whoever invited you. Go ahead and DM me. You can go to beginmylegacy.com. Again, beginmylegacy.com to get directly with me, or DM me, or get back with whoever invited you. Listen, guys, God bless you. Have a good night and welcome to the team. Let's get that bag. Let's go.
Well,
God
thanks so
bless
much,
everybody. Have a good night.